You are now listening to Barcode Boys.
Y'all funky ass up, y'all know the routine.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I'm about halfway nowhere, and I know what I gotta do. I'm about 3 steps forward.
Hey,
I just need gotta come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you. I am the have-nots mascot.
Good morning, good morning. Some regular guys and gals having some real conversation. Get your funky ass up, you know the routine. What's good with the people?
Good morning, good morning. That's a good one, isn't it?
Top of the morning. What up? What up?
Hey man, I guess so. Hey man, it's a good one. Gonna be about 70 today. What's up with y'all? How was y'all evening, man? How was y'all evening? How was y'all evening? Yeah, I agree. My evening was good. Got to practice with the guys. So that was good.
Time is going by so fast, though.
It is. Other than that, though, I got to watch some of the games, man. Got to watch some of the games, man. I seen hey, where my Knicks fans at? Matter of fact, man. Hey, man. I didn't want to get all into that, but you know where my Knicks fans at, man. Hey, CJ McCullough went off last night. He was kicking their ass, man. I tell you that. CJ McCullough was all over the place, but it was a good game, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's up, Keith? Natalie, what's good with the family, man? What's good with y'all? What is good with y'all? Hey, Keith, man, yeah, man, that shooting is looking crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That was gonna be the first thing on the board today. Hey, Keith, man, you act like you're part of the team. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you act like you're part of the team, Keith, man. Yeah, man, all these mass shootings, too much going on, man, out here. 2 teams dead, 5 injured after plant fight turns into shooting at Lindbeck Park in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Yeah. Yes, it's I don't know, man. It's just different day and time, man. Fighting ain't fighting no more, man. You only want to shoot the one with nobody, man. It's real hectic out here, and ain't looking right, man.
I feel like I just had the same conversation about our cell phones and fights and how just having those phones out, how that changes the behavior of our youth. And I'm saying it again. Stay away from the fights. It's not the same as it used to be. I know I sound like the grumpy old man when I say that, but these fights now lead to weapons and shootings and videos, and we don't come back from that.
Yeah, these kids need to know that, man. You definitely ain't coming back, man. And your memories start to fade to those other than your family. The memories start fading fast. Yeah, how y'all feel about that, man? North Carolina is off the hook, man.
It ain't just North Carolina.
It's everywhere.
Sadly, all over. We're in a trend now where people don't know what your kids doing. Let's be clear. As Fly would say, let's be clear. People don't know what your kids doing out here in the streets, playing in fights, going to school, playing at 14, 16. Where is your children doing? What are your children?
It's hectic, yo.
Where are your kids at?
It's hectic.
And then they feel like it's something to. They don't have enough to do. Apparently, they feel like it's something to do to be out here planning fights.
Come on, man.
Then you're cowardly because the only thing you can do, you're scared to lose. You want to shoot somebody. You think that makes you somebody to pull out a gun. You have to use a weapon. That makes you somebody. And when they're going to start calling it for what it is, you're a coward.
Yeah, that's cowardly.
You're a coward.
It's very cowardly. And not just that, I see Keith talk about the kid at 15, man. You know, I wanted to talk about that, but I didn't want to really play the video. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them showing them getting shot or something and whatnot, but he was executed. Like, he was executed. First of all, y'all bullying him all over basketball shit. Like, y'all on the court and y'all do that in the park in front of everybody. They were saying the kid that did it had killed himself, but he on the run. Yeah, it's different, man. It's real different.
Yeah, y'all see what happened in Raleigh in the Triangle Mall. Y'all see what's going on?
Yeah, and they still ain't catch nobody for it. It's just a lot going on, man. A lot of shootings, and I don't know. I guess like LBZ saying, it's a trend. It's a trend, man, and it's sad because these kids young as hell, man.
I hate to say it, but they got a place for these jokers, bro. They got a place for them, bro. And you wanna act crazy? They got a place for you.
Yeah, and they young, yo. They young and make you be like, damn. And it's crazy. I'm saying they young, right? I'm saying they young. I can't lie, man. Like, you know, I was in a situation, like I said, I wasn't the one that, you know, did the shit, but I was the one that faced all the charges for it and shit and whatnot. Let me not say shit. Excuse my language. And I was only 15 years old, man, and I was facing a shooting that could have got crazy. People was selling, and luckily for the mother, because I was facing time and everything. I was never in trouble, never got in trouble. That was my first charge, not even first charge ever. And it was a shooting, and I was 15, but like I said, I wasn't the one that did it. I just wasn't telling. I just refused to tell. And they was making me face the music. So I'm going to court, I'm playing ball, I'm boxing. I got a lot of stuff going on, and that kind of set me back for real, in life. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Keith.
And like I said, I wasn't the one that did it. And was I there? Yeah, I was there. And was I with the guys that did it? I was with the guys that did it. But it wasn't nothing that I knew. Like, it wasn't like I knew that he had a gun or was going to get a gun, because he ran off. The dude, you know what I'm saying? He ran off. And he came back because there was so many of them. It was like 30 of them to 3 of us. I want to fight. I'm like, something wrong with me, I think. But I want to fight. I don't care how I go. It just so happened my cousin walks up and it was bad that night. He ended up getting a concussion and all that shit. But when my man came back, it wasn't no talking to nothing. We running like we going to help my cousin. This nigga pull out the joint and just start letting go. And everybody, and when I'm in court, you got mothers, you got people that saying bullets went through their house, stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, they trying to make it seem like I did this. I didn't do this. I don't even know that the nigga had a gun. But this is how you get jammed up. With people not knowing what they on for real, man. Because I didn't know I knew that they would fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know the nigga got a gun. I don't even know how he got the gun that fast. Like, it was crazy, yo. Like, he got it was a crazy situation. And these situations seem like with these kids that a lot of this stuff is pre-planned. Like I said, the kid got executed in New York. He they was punching on him. And he trying not to really fight, and he probably could beat him because he's not trying to fight really. He just see he outnumbered and he's backing up or whatever the case may be. And then the last kid that steals off on him ends up shooting him. And I'm like, yo, what the he already outnumbered. Like, y'all don't.
It's a mentality. It's their mentality. They think the gun is what makes you the man.
Man, his life
gives you that
over.
Respect. It makes you the top dog. You know, it's only because people can't fight with a gun. They can't fight a gun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can't fight a bullet. So. And
come to find out, the kid in New York, he was an aspiring actor. Like he had he was an aspiring actor. He actually was in something before. But I know he was an aspiring actor and was trying to act. And I don't know if the kids was jealous of him. I don't know what happened on the basketball court. But they're gonna definitely teach that kid that did that a lesson, the kids that did that in the park. They're gonna teach y'all lessons, man. They trying to send these kids away forever. That's why they all get charged as adults. Adult. They don't care about nothing. Adult. Sit your ass down, take this 25 with the L, you'll figure it out later.
Yeah, that's what B's been saying. How do we protect our kids from them kids, bro?
That's right. That's why I keep mine with me.
That's why B's been saying. It's like we could, because at what point don't you have remorse for these type of kids?
Yeah, for real, like it's crazy. And it's hey, what's up, V Magic? Thanks for tuning in, brother. Yeah, man, these kids, man.
I used to could go wherever. Like my mom didn't say you can go whatever, but you know, we could go wherever. I was all in a whole nother town most of the time, staying with people, you know, spending the night with just, you know, a lot of people. Friends from school and whatnot. You know, we take a bike and ride to the next town, you know what I'm saying? Just doing all that kind of stuff and staying outside all time of night. You know, we were close to home, but we were outside. But now, you can't do that, son. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll give him a little bit of freedom here and there, but it's still kind of supervised. You know what I'm saying?
You need to be like that.
And it ain't so much because of him, it's because of the other kids. They ain't raised. They out here acting a fool. They doing stupid stuff and gonna drag you along with them, and I don't want that.
You definitely need to be like that. I believe 100%. Larry Mitchell says kids nowadays are nothing but a bunch of pussies. They can't fight one-on-one. They got to have a bunch of friends or a weapon. Hey, Larry Mitchell, that's kind of true. But I was like these kids. Like I said, I had a bunch of friends, right? But I always could fight, right? But the thing is, you don't know what your friend's going to do all the time.
But you probably had a bunch of friends because they know you could fight.
That's possible. That's possible. But I couldn't always fight. Like, I couldn't always fight till about the 4th grade. I started figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? I started figuring it out. Once I got a little older, I started taking little lessons, real lessons from trainers and shit like that. But I had a bunch of friends. Like I said, I didn't know how they was always going to act. Like I said, with the situation, me getting caught up. Like, I got arrested. I had to turn myself in with my mother and everything. My grandmother was on a trip to Texas, and my mother was in there trying to convince me to tell. She's like, you better tell everything you know. I said, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know what you talk about. You talk about tell. But it was really that I just didn't know that he had the gun, but I wasn't going to tell. I wasn't going to tell because, like I said, we was outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? These niggas busting bottles and getting crazy, and my cousin walked up and he got the brunt of what I guess I was supposed to get because I was the one saying, I'll fight him, whatever. We could fight one-on-one. I'll fight him, you know what I'm saying? And my cousin walked up, I guess he heard me through the park, and I didn't even know he was there because this is not even his area. He walked up with his man, and my cousin walked up and said, what's going on? And He pump faking like he got something in his pocket and nigga stole off on him. He take off. They went and chased him.
He
took off. They end up running after him, catching him. You running from star athletes though. The niggas we beef, one of the niggas we beefing with is a star athlete in the paper every day, and he went to running, and I don't know if my cousin knew exactly who he was, but they end up catching him. And they end up beating him bad, but only way they got up off my cousin was because my man licked off the shots. And he licked off everything, like pop, 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 pop. Now this in the area where this type of stuff ain't even really going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you don't never know what your friend's gonna do all the time, man. Yeah, especially if y'all meeting up at certain times, like y'all ain't all come outside together. Nah, I ain't know. That nigga went and got that gun to seem like 3 minutes. We lived about 5 minutes away. So I don't know where he had the gun at. If he had it on him and was pump faking like I'll be right back. That nigga came back and I was like amazed because I'm 15, like I said. And he ain't 15. This nigga an adult for real. He like 18 years old.
That won't your friend.
The same year though. The same year, because I ain't gonna say his name, but that same year he killed himself. So may he rest in peace. But yeah, like I said, I like 15, and with friends a lot of times, man, they be wanting to prove theyself. You know what I'm saying? They want to show they belong, or they tough, or they really bout it, or. And it's just crazy. I got in trouble with them guys a few times, actually. I ain't even gonna lie. But that was definitely, like you said, LBZ. I ain't gonna say they wasn't my friends, but possibility my life changed trajectory when I was dealing with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on a path to doing something else and started befriending these guys, and my life took a turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's sad that all these shootings going on. We got a lot of stuff going on though. We got these I know you've seen the shit going on with this guy here, man. He actually in court now. This FedEx guy, it's crazy. I didn't even want to play the video after I seen these pictures, right? Because they got him on tape doing this, but not on, they not showing that part. But they got him talking right to the police after he done did it, saying, "Can you tell these guys to let me through?" And they let the nigga through. Tanner Horner was caught on camera appearing to play clueless just one day after kidnapping and killing 7-year-old Athena Strand. Chilling footage shown on Fort Worth jury. Reveals Horner acted surprised while speaking to a woman after pulling up to a roadblock by multiple vehicles, all while a search for the young victim was underway. But they telling him they telling him while he in the truck though that they looking for a missing little girl, and that's what all the ruckus is about, and all the roadblock and this, that, and the third. But they end up letting that nigga through. But I don't know, he on trial, or he might have got found guilty yesterday. I know he was on trial or something, but it's just crazy that
they were charging him with capital murder, I believe, right?
Capital murder, yeah. He done, because that was in Texas, I believe. This summer seemed like it's gonna definitely be hectic, man, because it's a lot. You know how they say summer is, Key. You know how they say summer is, my brother.
So everybody stay safe and remember what's more important. And that's to stay alive. That's life.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. Parents, vet your kids' friends and their parents. Absolutely, because I just seen a story where
absolutely, that's big.
Where the parents let the kids go spend the night over the house, and the lady of the house sexually assaulted the girls. And
you know, another thing is, parents be.
We actually gonna talk about that tomorrow because I got that set up.
Hey, another thing is parents be in denial and be clueless to the fact of their children's how they move around. You know, if your kid a follower, a lot of kids be followers, bro, and they won't even check their kids. They're just like their kids just do whatever and follow kids and act like other kids. I check my kids immediately. Soon as I see goofy shit, like soon as I see anything dumb that I know you're following somebody, who's telling? Why are you wearing that? Who you trying to be like? I check them on every aspect, bro.
You definitely like that. Why you wearing that? You trying to be a wife?
Yeah, like I check that shit immediately, bro.
Yeah.
Parents don't check their kids though, man. I watch other kids follow other kids, and I just sit back and like, yeah, this one is a follower. He a follower. He stay there. So I watch him, bro, all the time.
And that's how you should be. I ain't gonna lie. I see Keith say one night would change your kid's life forever. No sleepovers, and not just that way though, Keith. Like with me talking about my situation, that shit changed my life forever, bro. Right? And the reason it changed my life forever because nobody stepped in and was like, yo, you off course. You off course. You over here doing this. You star athlete. Like, what are you doing? Nobody. I didn't have that shit, yo. So I continued to be with them same niggas. And you know how that ended up, man. But yeah, one night could change your life, man. And that me getting in that trouble changed my life, man. It changed how people perceive me. You know what I'm saying? They didn't see the basketball player or the boxer or just a kid that was in the neighborhood that was a rapper or whatever. They didn't see that shit no more. They saw something else. Everybody saw something else. It changed how they perceived me, and it changed how I acted for real.
I don't say no sleepovers because I do want to. I don't believe in not. How I say it's certain things I still want my children to experience, right? But I want them to experience with guidance because I'm not always going to be around in every situation, and I want to make sure they know how to handle themselves. So we have those hard conversations. This is some things that can possibly happen. People may try to take advantage of you sexually. People may try to touch you here. People, you know what I'm saying? I get very, very detailed because I don't want them to be caught off guard if they were to have a, sleepover or whatever, and let them know it's not their fault. So if something does happen, they need to immediately try to fight, get away, resist, call me, use code word if we got to. If you don't want people to let you, if you feel uncomfortable, you don't want them, to feel that you trying to dip out and you still want to leave, call me and say something weird. And I'm just going to make up something to come pick you up. Some people make up code words, say something about pineapple or oranges or something. Let me know that you want me to come get you. And that's, the thing that we have. But I think what's missing, instead of keeping your kids away from these situations, is having those conversations. We need to talk to them and let them know things that are possible. Yes, it is possible that someone will try to sexually assault you, that may try to touch you here, that may try to do this, or may try to get you in their car, or may try to get you to take drugs for them, or may try to get you to hold something, hold a package, deliver a package, whatever. Have those conversations. What do you do in these situations? What do you do in that circumstance? How do you speak up against that type of person? Know that that person is not for you. They may call themselves your friend. Identify who's your friend and who's not. If you don't spend time with them, you don't share your life with them, they don't care about whether or not you're doing something bad or something good, they're not your friends. They're just associates. And you categorize them as such.
Absolutely. Right. Hey, now I'm about to say, Jason, man, sorry to hear that, bro. And it's crazy because the very next day they was in the mall fighting and shit again.
Yeah,
they was. It was a brawl. It was.
But I still say it's the parents, because what is your 15, 14, 13-year-old child doing out here and you don't know what's going on?
Hey, another thing I was going to say is, and let's be clear, some of this stuff is inevitable. You know what I mean? I was watching the first 48 a few minutes ago, and 2 kids was just walking home from the movies and got killed. just walking home from the movies. Like kids ran up on them, and I'm not mistaking them for another rival, but they just wanted to pick on some kids that had nothing to do with nothing. The mother felt like it was on her because she didn't pick the kids up from the movies. Some stuff is inevitable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Our kids, we gonna have to let our kids live at some point, and it's some stuff that we can't avoid, yo. So when they go out there, it's will Allah's will. You know, you putting them out there in this world. This the world we live in, bro. It's a fucked up world we live in, bro. This shit is fucked up out here.
Somewhere, two little boys was walking to the food truck, to the truck right down the street, and they got killed. 15, 16-year-olds.
That's crazy. And that's why I'm adamant about we got to do something in the communities, man. Like this type of thinking is like, I don't know what you call this type of thinking. If the first thought is to kill a nigga, what do you call that type of thinking? Is that psychopathic? What type of thinking is this?
It's learned behavior, E. Because you remember that's what the rappers were rapping about.
Yeah.
That's what we put in the movies.
Yeah.
It's learned behavior. This is what we talking about when we sitting around these young boys. This is what we talking about when we sitting around having conversations. We ain't talking about how to better your life. We talking about what you're doing in the street.
All right, so we can agree that our kids are being programmed.
And we're doing it.
We're doing
to have no care for life.
We're
doing it by allowing them, and I say this all the time, and I know it be sounding crazy. We're allowing it by letting them play Grand Theft Auto all the time.
Absolutely.
We're allowing it
by
letting them play Call of Duty all the time, knowing all these different guns and the different shells you put in the gun. And I know it sounds crazy, but look at what's going on the street. That's what this shit is like. Grand Theft Auto is like a video game.
It's only like that because somebody put that idea out there. That's okay to do.
It's like these niggas don't got no worries of the police at all. The cameras or nothing.
Didn't we teach them not to have respect for the police?
Fuck the police, yep.
It's only happening in black neighborhoods.
But I also say this though too, man.
Do we gotta talk about all the mass shootings at these schools and stuff, or what? What we gotta do here?
I don't listen. I want to.
It's only happen in black neighborhoods. A lot of senseless killings happen everywhere, but everywhere.
I don't want to just
everywhere, dog. This is America.
We just said F the police, right? I heard what LB said. Like, or whatever the case may be, and have no respect for the police. I don't think we have to do that. They see the police don't have respect for them.
But we don't teach them understanding. We don't teach them why.
I agree with that. Your
behavior sometimes can escalate a situation. But no, what we teach them is as soon as somebody asks you a question, I ain't gotta ask you that. I ain't ask you no question. You can't have a conversation. You're escalating a situation after being asked a question. So we got to also teach them to have understanding that, hey, your reaction can cause someone else to react. Your behavior can cause someone else to be suspicious.
Yo,
Some
man,
things you say and how you move can cause somebody else to be concerned.
Make sure y'all that's on here today, man. Make sure y'all tuning in tomorrow for Woman Chat Wizard, because we're going to talk about all this, man. All this stuff that, like, with parenting, because a lot of this shit starts in the home, man.
It definitely does.
You know what I'm saying? It starts in the home, and I got a video tomorrow that I'm going to play. It's like a teacher. She's talking about how if I got 20 kids in this classroom, 10 kids come with book bags. The rest of the kids, they don't have no utensils. They don't have no nothing. And it's like, what are the parents doing? Are you sending your kids to school to learn? She said half of the day, she's spending time having to wake the kids up. She was like, so, you know, a lot of times y'all trying to blame the problems, a lot of the problems with the learning and shit on the teachers when the kids ain't even coming to school to learn. And so, you know, I think, like I said, it starts a lot of it.
It starts at home, I think, but it's always it's always multiple areas and different variables that create a situation. And we got to stop pointing the finger and figure out, hey, if this happens, then this happens. If this happens, then this happens. But we done got to a point, especially with schools, and I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow, but especially with schools where you're not even correcting behavior. You're letting bad and unruly kids come and attend the school and not kicking them out because what? You got to keep a certain number so you can get funding.
You know,
so you're keeping the bad apples in the school, disrupting the classes, not performing, not putting the responsibility back on the parent. You're keeping them in the school. Then you want to complain about it.
He definitely was kicking my ass out.
They don't do that too much anymore.
They said, "Listen, man, we gonna give you 90 days, man. You're gonna be attending the classes, right? You're gonna do what you need to do, right? 90 days. 90 days came and it was over. They like, go ahead, you gotta go ahead and get on out of here."
That's why you see today where the kids going in the classroom, they got videos of them smacking teachers and fighting teachers and stuff. We ain't had that back in the day. You get your ass whooped in the class. But they don't keep they keep the kids in the school. You curse a teacher out, you out of here.
Man, I had a big fight in school, right? And I was in the school where my grandmother was the teacher. Right? And this is real shit, man. And my grandmother was the teacher, man, and not my teacher, but she was like teaching like 7th grade. But I had a fight with an upperclassman, right? He was like 2-3 classes up over me or whatever, but it was like he was bullying me. And I ain't never tell my grandmother none of that shit that I was being bullied. So I finally got the courage to fight this dude, and I beat him up so bad, right, that it was a big talk around the school. But my grandmother came and got my ass right off that thing, took me right up to her classroom while her class was in attendance, and she whipped my ass, yo. Whipped my ass for everybody to see, man. I was embarrassed and proud at the same time. Like, damn, I whipped this bully nigga ass. And he was bullying me. It's crazy because he was bullying me because I was her grandson. Like I was privileged. Like I was privileged. Him not even knowing, like, nigga, I am not privileged. I'm from the bottom of the bottom. I probably live way worse than you. But I beat his ass, yo. He was bullying me for years. Maybe like 2 years. But I got his ass good. I ain't never seen him no more in life. It's crazy. But
that's crazy. We ain't even say bullying back in the day, and we really had bullies. There was real bullies in school. We ain't never even mentioned a bully.
Yeah, some of the teachers was bullies.
You come home and say you got bullied, you might get your ass beat by your mother or your father. I'm telling you that right now.
The crazy thing about it, right, is I didn't have the skills in the boxing or none of that shit. I didn't know nothing about that stuff. But this when I started getting interested. I went home. It just so happened wrestling was on TV. And I said, tomorrow, in my mind, this is what I'm saying in my mind. Tomorrow, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm putting him right in the headlock so when he run up, yo, and everything played out. Just like I said it. I seen him, and I said something to him. He act like he was playing me, but I put him right in that headlock, and once I put him in that headlock, it was lights out, man. It was lights out. I tried to choke her for dear life. I ain't gonna lie. But I started beating on him, the teachers separating us. I can remember every teacher that was involved. But the biggest teacher involved was my grandmother, because she kicked my ass in front of her whole class. And we don't have this type of shit. We don't have the big mamas. We don't have the parents that see that shit and be like, what the hell y'all out here doing?
I remember being spanked in school. Like, that's when we used to get spanked. Then they moved to not having the spanking on the butt, to the hand, get that ruler.
Hey, my great-grandmother, shout out, let's talk about it. What's good with you? My great-grandmother, she would get switches off the tree and wooden spoon. She had this wooden spoon, but that wooden spoon did justice. You hear me? When I went to California, right? I ended up getting into some shit in California. Right? I'm living with my aunt, so she sends me back. Right? So I come back and my grandmother said, you going to TET? I'm like, I don't even know what TET is. I go to Truth Evangelistic Temple. It's a school, right? It's like a Christian school. But you go into Christian school, whenever you act up, they had the ruler, and your parents allowed them to discipline you. Like they would spank you, like get you with the ruler, like this little thick ruler, and they beat your hand all up, all crazy. But they was disciplining the kids. All that school, it was a little different. I wasn't there long, but they definitely was issuing whippings in that school. And I said, they think I got to be disciplined. This shit is out of control. My grandmother thought something was wrong with me though.
Yeah.
But we don't have this type of stuff no more. It seems like the parents are scared. The neighbors are scared. The OGs are scared. It's like, what can we do with these niggas? How y'all scared? Where they getting the weapons at? They getting it from somebody. And whoever giving these little kids and these young kids weapons at this age, this is a different time, man, because these kids can manufacture their own goddamn weapons.
But I mean, 9 times out of 10, somebody getting it for them. So.
But up top, New York, New Jersey area, Connecticut, I don't know everywhere else. But they got the ghost gun, right? And the ghost gun is being made by what you call that thing that you make anything
3D printer.
With? 3D printer. So these kids has really got access to their own weapon because you got kids that got 3D printers telling their parents like, yeah, I'm into this type of stuff, and they out here making weapons.
But then again, it's back on the parents. Is why are you not monitoring what's going on with your kid? Like you don't have an idea of what's in your kid's room, what they got in their possession. You don't care. I don't know.
I still think these parents should be held accountable, man. I'm a fine believer in that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of these horrible crimes we're witnessing as kids doing it, and parents they gotta be held accountable.
They gotta
be held accountable. Yeah, they allowing it, man. They putting these demons out here, bees. They putting them out here.
And getting them the tools to do what they do.
To be great at what they doing. Yep.
Yo, this kind of disturbing. I don't know how to feel about this, but check this out. She been in jail 18 years because she gave her baby cow milk, and the baby ended up dying. But guess when this happened? This happened during Katrina. Tiffany Woods was denied parole on February 10, 2026, even though she has been in prison for the past 18 years. In November 2005, the New Orleans mother fed her premature 5-month-old son Emmanuel cow's milk. The formula ran out while the family was displaced by Hurricane Katrina, and sadly, her baby later passed away. However, Tiffany and the child's father were convicted in 2008 and sentenced to life in prison. I didn't know what to do. I made the devastating decision to change my child's milk. I was in survival mode, she said. Meanwhile, her 4 other children have all grown up in foster care. I think that's like a wow story. Like, but what was she supposed to do? I don't know what. But
it's a little misleading, right? Because from what I read on that story, because that kind of that heading shocked me too. I was like, wait a minute, what? But the premise of the case was basically that her child was malnutrition, which after Katrina, a lot of people died. Like
a lot of people died.
Not their fault because they didn't have food and access to anything, basically, depending on where you were. But in her situation, they were saying, which totally is unreasonable. Don't get me wrong. But what they are basing it off of was the child was malnutrition. And because there is a CDC advisement against giving cow's milk to infants under 12 months, because it can lead to, digestive problems and bleeding. And, they felt like instead of it being whatever she said was the problem, it was the cow's milk that caused the problem with the baby.
Do you think that she was aware of that? Like, just like, oh, I can't get my baby cow milk, or, You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure once she found out that was illegal, she like, what the fuck?
I don't think it's illegal, but we are advised, you know, with pregnancy and moms, you know, what to give the babies and whatnot. You know what I mean? And it is advised they should not have regular whole milk, although some people do it. I mean, I believe our folks did it to us because hell, what else? They won't buy no formula.
You know what I paid attention to? She lost all 5 of her kids.
They treated that case with so astronomically on the wrong shit. Like, I have no idea who these people were that judged this lady and gave her life.
Life and the man and her husband, whoever the husband was, they both got life. And it's like
they had no compassion whatsoever. This lady tried to save her baby.
And that's the crazy part I don't understand. And they just denied her parole. So it's like, we don't give a fuck about none of that.
And they sticking it to, like, what is the problem?
Right, it's crazy. She just lost, she lost 5 kids. 1 to death. That she's maybe the reason that the kid died. Right? But during Katrina was crazy. Like, how you don't have no compassion for, I don't know, man. It's just wicked, man. All the other 4 children have been probably in foster care somewhere or something. But she lost all her kids, man. She lost all her kids. And we talk about mental health. If she still got her right mental health right now, she blessed.
I couldn't believe it reading it. I'm like, all that stuck out in my mind, baby. It was after Katrina, the whole world saw what people were going through. And if you didn't lock up some of these damn institutions and stuff that deny people safety, security, and food, why are you locking this lady up because her baby died because other stuff didn't fall in line like it should have? The president didn't do, you know.
First of all, they didn't even send FEMA out there to win.
They didn't even send help for days, months, weeks. And some places didn't get help. So let's be honest. I don't know. It's just, it's heart-wrenching. It's so unfair. It sucks.
It's crazy. It's crazy that she's even going through that. Like I said, man, because she's going through that while we got people out here on the street like this.
Yeah, I know. Do you know who he is? Why are you taking pictures of them with them? No, why? Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna watch you. Go home. You go home. No, not you. You stay here. Yeah, run! Hey! Walk with them! Prince! Walk with them! Walk them home! You're not Prince, you look like Prince. But you, I know you, walk with them. I don't know who this guy is, but he's taking pictures of them little girls. Go. Take them home. Them right there, take them home. Make sure they make it home. Janaya, I forget her name. Yeah, Janiza. Yeah, her. Make sure they get home. I don't know who that guy is, but he was taking pictures of them.
Sorry.
Not one parent out there. Where the parents at?
Yo, man.
What parent?
He said sorry. What?
You out here taking pictures because these are the people that we not paying attention to and not watching. The ones that's abducting the kids and putting shit on the woman's door handle where they go unconscious and they snatch their ass up, throw them in a van or something. Like, this happening all over, man. And you see what he look like. First of all, you see what he look like. He ain't no nigga that look like no scraggly person, no homeless person, or no, like, he look like somebody that they out here making money off of this. Oh man, they out here playing this crazy games, man.
Yeah, Keith, I don't know if she could produce breast milk. Likely she may not have been able to, which is the reason why, you know, she did formula as an option. Who knows? People choose it, but maybe not. I mean, I would imagine that she would have tried that before giving cow's milk or finding some type of milk replacement. I don't know. They didn't mention that though.
ABs, is cow milk illegal or something? I mean,
it's not illegal, but
now,
it's not illegal, right? Technically, we shouldn't even be drinking cow's milk. We're not cows. We shouldn't be drinking cow's milk, but we do. But for an infant, because cow's milk is so harsh, it has, you know, is not made for a human body. It's made for cows. So it doesn't really benefit the babies like it should. It doesn't nourish them like it should. They don't absorb it well. We tolerate it because we've been having it for, you know, in our system for a long time. So, you know, we can tolerate it better. And eventually they, you know, the stuff they add into it, you know, gets into our systems. But I mean, for babies, it's advised not to, you know, because they just can't, a lot of them can't tolerate it. So they say, but you know how that's just something that they always throw some caveat onto something that people been doing for probably hundreds of years. Who knows? But that's what they say. It can cause like intestinal bleeding and what else they say? Something else, but eventually. Like they say, don't give them water. They don't give babies water because they don't get the nutrition they need as a baby. But it's not illegal. It's just like an advisement.
Wow. That's crazy. I still think that's just crazy. And I think, I mean, it's cases all around the world. Around the country that amaze you. You'll be like, how they still locked up? It's because she probably don't know how to fight a situation, probably don't have no money.
Yeah, she probably didn't have an attorney. And then if you think about the time, you know what I mean, 2005, she was already displaced. She had nothing. She got, you know, like, they did her so dirty.
Yes, they did,
and
man. We got
how do you deny parole? And I think I read that she got a bachelor's degree and everything. They said that she was a model inmate. That she was supposed to be getting out in I think another decade or so because of good time credit.
That's sad, man. She did 18 years, man. Man. I mean, it's just sad, man. It's sad, but you know, the system is the system, and ain't no telling how the laws are down there in Louisiana. So it's crazy, man. I think like the laws are different, like it's all over the place, right? They all different all over the place, and I think that something needs to be done about that too. Everywhere you go with the laws is different. Everything is different. Come on, man. But this was one nation under God.
Right.
Like, for real, man. I mean, what's going on, man? Y'all coming up with all this shit.
Jason, Cowboys milk is this.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to be drinking that stuff, man. We ain't supposed to be doing a lot of stuff, man. We ain't supposed to be consuming fluoride and doing stuff, but we still brush our teeth with the same toothpaste after we know the fluoride ain't good for us. So, I mean, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy,
water
but
out of a bottle is not good for us because the particulars in the bottle get into the water and contaminate.
And plastic is definitely
but they ain't took them off the market.
Yeah, why though? Right? And I be every day with a plastic bottle drink of water.
You know for a fact that cause cancer.
Harmful waste is what they call plastic.
Yeah. Especially when those bottles get hot in transport, the sun get on the bottles, gets into the water. It's a carcinogen. It causes cancer.
Some crazy stuff, man. Got some update on the mass shooting suspect. I just knew he had some type of mental health problems, though. It had to be, but check it out.
We are learning more about Shamar Elkins, the 31-year-old man police say carried out a mass shooting that killed 8 children in Shreveport. Investigators say 7 of the victims were his own children, and the shootings happened across multiple homes, what authorities are calling a domestic incident. Elkins previously served in the Louisiana National Guard and had a prior weapons-related arrest. According to the New York Times, family members say he struggled with mental health issues and his marriage was falling apart. Elkins and his wife were in the middle of separating and they were scheduled to go to court this week, according to the Associated Press. Police say Elkins fled, carjacked a vehicle, and was later shot and killed by officers after a chase. Authorities say the motive remains under investigation.
What could be the goddamn motive?
So back to my statement I said yesterday, Bees. Is there somebody we could blame? They knew he had mental health issues. We knew this. Like, this is something we knew.
And he was part of the National Guard.
We knew this. Could this have been prevented? That's the question.
We got to do more. I keep saying it, man, with mental health. People that got mental health issues, man.
I mean, just because he served in the National Guard doesn't mean that he had any type of mental. I mean, it may.
I ain't really saying that, Bees. I'm also saying, like, family members knew that something was going on in his head and he was having issues. Could this have been prevented? Because somebody had jumped out in front of this and got him some help or tried to get him some help, knowing he was dealing with these mental health issues.
But again, what are you going to do if he doesn't want to receive the help or he doesn't think that he needs the help? Because the first thing would be him having to go to a professional to get evaluated, him having to take whatever medications that may come out of that, him having to follow up, him having to, keep up with whatever is going they recommend for him to do. If he's not willing to do that and take the steps, nobody can come in and make you until you get to a certain point and you become unstable. Then an outside force can interact.
What I was saying about the National Guard, right? Which you got them credentials, right? Which means you should have good health care. Mm-hmm. You should have good certain things. And if you don't have good health care, why are our servicemen and people like this signing up to take these jobs or do these things? But I'm thinking that he would have good health care or whatever the case may be, and they would do something to try to help him.
Not necessarily. I mean, they say they do get health care, but I've heard so many people that complain about the health care that they get as a veteran or a service member not being that good. I mean, it's not something that I know about personally, but just saying I've heard that. I mean, still a testament to how many veterans we got on the street with mental health problems. So I don't know. Mental health is one of those things. Mental health issues is one of those things that you can't really put your finger on it and narrow it down that this will solve that one problem. It's so broad.
But you know how you say, you be saying, what are you gonna do? You can't force them to get help. But that's the thing. I think that's the main thing that's like kind of the problem. Like, what we gonna do? We gotta force them to get help. Like, what else are we gonna do? We gonna allow them to stay out here and get killed just because they got mental health issues? We might as well line them up. Go get everybody got goddamn mental health issues and line them up for slaughter. We got to do something.
That's the thing that you have to do as a person, right? I mean, until you get to a certain point, you're out of control, then somebody else, a third party, steps in. But you can't make somebody go get help. I can see all day you might have a problem, dude. They told me
that. They told me that, LB, you can't force nobody to get help. He got a one, and I'm like, what? They was like, now if you could do something to cause him to get where we got to step in and arrest him.
Yeah.
Stepping in arrest. No, we ain't even gonna play that game. Like, it's like, what game are you trying to force people to play? I'm not playing a game to provoke my brother to. Nah, I'm not doing that. Like,
I mean, now as a family member, as a family member, can you take them?
You can take custody. You can take custody
to the people to get help.
You could take custody of them. And the thing with my brother, he's like, he real jittery. He don't want to really get in the car with you. He ain't like, like, this is a big guy. I'm always worried about him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not no little guy. He about 6'3". Probably about, if I'm 240, he gotta be about 260, 265. Like, he ain't no little guy, so. But they be, people around in the area where he at be like, yeah, he gentle and he ain't, causing no harm or nothing like that. But I still be worried because I know how he really is. And I know how he could really get. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn. I even done told him, like, yo, you need to get some medication and shit like that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with me. And, it's hard to be like, yeah, it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear that. He don't think nothing wrong with him. And so when he say ain't nothing wrong with him, he'll start talking to the ancestors. You heard him, Grandma? You talk about something wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong. Like, tell them no, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm like, bro, that should be like, that shit is.
So what can anybody do? You know what I mean? Like, if he ain't harming, he ain't causing harm to himself or anybody else at this particular.
But I don't want it to ever lead to that because it's always getting worse if they're not getting the medication. It's always certain medical conditions that's dealing with mental health get worse if it's not getting treated. So you don't never want it to lead to that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me personally, I don't want to see that happen.
Right. Yep. I just said that. But yeah, I get it. And outside of physically taking them off the street or taking them and confining them yourself, you know what I mean?
I know a guy from the town, man, Jersey City. Not gonna mention his name either, but may he rest in peace. The police ended up killing him, man. And he had mental health. And the family right now fighting over him being killed by the police or whatever the case may be. But he had a mental health. It wasn't nothing that happened on the regular. Must have missed a midday or maybe more than one. And he tripped out or had a mental health issue. And the police end up killing him, man. And I don't want to see that happen to nobody, let alone happen to my brother. So I just be looking at it like, damn, yo, I don't know what to do. What y'all want us to do? Kidnap the nigga, tie him up? What y'all want us to do?
And I guess they looking at it too, like if you asking them, what do you want us to do? They asking the same question.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's crazy. And I think they need to have a team or something in place for this type of shit. People that understand.
Like he tell you, he don't have a problem. He don't want your help.
Man, I might have to take him a bottle of water out there, sneak the meds into the side. I don't know what to do, man. Then I'd be responsible
for drugging
the nigga.
Know what meds, so he
no, they know it. You know it's crazy. It's crazy. He's been diagnosed already.
Oh, okay.
They know the meds he need. Like they might have meds sitting there at the Salvation Army because he don't stay there, but he goes there to change his clothes, wash his ass. But they may have a prescription there for him. You know what I mean? Because they know diagnosis, they know what he should be taking or whatever the case may be. They actually got all his information, all his stuff. He come there, drop his bag off, get a meal. Probably get more than one meal before they leave that day. And then he out on the streets. Now, he ain't have none of them harmful acts, not yet. It ain't actually been that long, but it's been long enough.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely understand the concern. It's kind of like them things, you got to wait till something happens.
Absolutely.
Before you can make something happen, I guess. I don't know. It's sad, but I mean, in the event of people may not present that they have a mental issue a lot of times until the issue is at its peak, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes by that time, like in that guy's case, it may have just been that particular straw that broke him. We got to go to court this week. I'm going to court behind you. And it could have been something she said or something that he went through and just kind of triggered him. And he's just lost it.
Hey, let's talk about it. I'm gonna give you an example real quick. Remember when the lady got killed? The police, he just got convicted just recently. Where she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." He had no reason to kill her.
Yeah.
Like, police do kill people on the just regular people. But people with mental health, it's that much easier for them to try to say, like, they was provoked or he started acting crazy. I got nervous, whatever. And I don't want that case to happen. Like I said, my brother ain't no little dude, and he could be intimidating. But the thing is, he's in his right mind. He could really be a real aggressive dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want him to get into that state of mind. Like, in his regular, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could get on some bully shit if he wanted to. And I don't want him to be like that and get jammed up dealing with the police. There's actually a few police out there that actually know him. That's the only thing that I'm happy about, that there's a few cops that know him and they talk to him on a regular basis. So I'm cool with that. But I just really want him off the street, because he don't got to be out there. You know what I'm saying? When you got a loved one like going through a situation like that, he ain't got to be out there. I don't want to see him out there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take, if you want to make it take him out of that environment, then it's gonna take you to take him out of that environment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to do something drastic.
Hey, man, we've been talking about mental health for the last 2 days, man. We need to figure out something with mental health as well, man. Just figure out what we doing in this goddamn country. But we got some updates on the kid David, who I said I didn't know. But listening to him, I don't know, man. I want to say, hey, man, this kid is guilty. I'm serious, LB.
Currently, there have been 4 months of secret grand jury proceedings. We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date.
Thank you. So the matter will be set. Plea of not guilty has been entered on behalf of Mr. Burke. The matter will be set in Department 105. The matter is ordered assigned to Judge Charlene Almeida in Department 105 for all purposes by the Judge of the Supervising Judge of Criminal.
Given almost no discovery thus far, we've received a 3-page follow-up report, no autopsy report, and a copy of the complaint. And we would ask the people respectfully to produce discovery at the earliest opportunity.
Your Honor, as I've indicated to counsel, there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. Moreover, in order to obtain the transcripts from a grand jury investigation, counsel has to file a motion. She knows the way the system works. I'm not able to gather those. They have to be provided after the court will go into a preliminary hearing within the 10 days. It is unlikely that there will be very much discovery provided within that period, given the voluminous nature and how long it's going to take to copy onto drives. In addition to that, the coroner's report was sealed in this case in order to prevent it from hampering truthful testimony from witnesses that testified at the grand jury. So an order will also have to be obtained in order to get the coroner's department, which is now the medical examiner's department, to release those materials.
Y'all hear what's going on? Like, I'd be so caught up with this shit, especially I guess when you go to trial and you're really fighting for your life, you start looking at court a little different. But see how the prosecutors play? They had a grand jury. He wasn't there. He wasn't aware of it. The discovery, they got the discovery already. The attorneys don't got no discovery, don't got nothing. The way the prosecution plays this game, if you're ever in trouble, you better know how to play, because they do not play fair. You heard her? She knows what to do. To put in a motion. Why I gotta put in a motion? You got that shit sitting right there on the desk. You just said you had it. They play this game and now they make it long and drawn out. Now I gotta wait, put in a motion, get the judge to grant the motion and get the papers when you can just pass the papers and show me all the evidence you got right now. I'm not saying I'm rooting for David because I don't know if he did it or not, but seeing him sitting there in that corner, like we're about to see him sitting there in that corner.
Well, if I'm trying to accuse you of something, I'm not going to help you recuse yourself. That don't make sense. I'm not going to give you a leg up.
I mean, you know, the burden of proof.
Your own work.
The burden of proof is on the prosecution.
They have it
anyway.
So, to defend yourself. That's your problem.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's your problem. Nobody else.
That's why he should have had a lawyer from the jump. He should have knew when his grand jury minutes was being handled, so he could be there and be present. But he behind the 8 ball a little bit right now.
He shouldn't have been. He know they were coming for him. It's your car.
Nah, he behind the 8 ball a little bit.
Evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death. And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd as a 3 of 10 hearing.
Get the coroner's department, which is now the medical examiner's department, to release those materials.
Your Honor, it's surprising news given the District Attorney's Office held a press conference this morning where they discussed the cause of death, apparently under seal and not released by the coroner's office, as did the robbery homicide unit to the press. So we would again reiterate, we believe that Mr. Burke is entitled to discovery. We have served the people with notice. They have 15 days to produce discovery in this case. We would ask that they do that in conscientious earnestness and as quickly as possible.
I'd ask the court to make an order today. We'll take a copy of the minute order ordering the Department of Medical Examiner to release their coroner's report in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court will order that the medical examiner release the report in this case forthwith.
Thank you.
The matter is set in Department 105, as the court indicated, April 23rd, 2026, as a 3 of 10 agreement. Anything further?
No, not at this time.
Bail to stand at no bail. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bail stand at no bail. No bail for David. No bail for David. The artist David, that's what this D4vd David. This is his case. He's being charged with the death of young 14-year-old girl out of California, and I'm gonna keep it real, man. After I heard this LB's, I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Y'all tell me. I just think if he make this type of music, anything is possible.
Version of myself that will kind of come out at random moments, solving murders that I'm committing myself.
I killed you, and I didn't even regret it, but it's true.
Evil.
I almost want to say, go ahead and sit his ass down. I ain't gonna lie, man, because we gotta stop this shit.
I mean, oh my God.
I killed you, and I don't regret it. Nigga, what is he talking about? LBZ? What is he talking about? I killed you, I don't regret it.
And that was a lot of his music. Like,
nah, I don't think nobody accused of murder should be getting bails. You know, they do that. Well, in my hood, they used to do it where they knew niggas was poor and be like, yeah, we gonna set your bill at $1 million or set your bill at $5 million, knowing niggas can't make that money or checking to see if niggas got that type of money to even get a bond or whatever the case may be. I don't know too many niggas that made bail for no murders though. But my thing is, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if he did it. I hope he didn't do it. But it's looking very suspicious, and they said they got four terabytes. Did they say 40 terabytes?
Oh, yeah, 4 terabytes of discovery. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, so the
It came out in the grand jury.
You know what's crazy? Just to hear them, they got your grand jury minutes, right? That's transcripts that you want to have, right? They got your police report, everything they got. They got the discovery, they got everything, and you or your lawyers don't have anything yet. You are all the way behind the 8 ball. Y'all don't have nothing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Hey, man, why is it?
I'm just still surprised it took this long because I mean, you know what I mean? Like for him to be the suspect, like, because I would think he would have been the main suspect from the beginning. It's your place, it's your car. Now, whether you had access to it all the time or not, you know what I'm saying? That'll been secondary. We've been looking for somebody else, but I would have thought you'd been the main person. Isn't that how it usually works?
Right. Hey, Yellow D, man, when people used to get bails and stuff like that, man, I used to be like, stay from around that nigga, man. I don't know what's going on with that nigga, man. Watch that nigga, man. He looks demonic, and I said, he did it. But if I was a bad man, he's going to do something sooner or later. Come on, man. Like, why even make music like that? Like, and it seemed like he got a fan base. I never heard of this kid, but he got a fan base, and it's like, people like this shit? Yeah. I killed you, and I don't regret it. Nigga.
I mean, people listen to rap.
I mean, rap like the way, I mean, I don't. All right, you got that. You got that off, LBs. You got that off. You got that off. Rappers, we got to do better, and we just got to do better. You know, rap, that just used to be like a.
You sitting on the corner, pap, pap, pap.
That macho shit. That macho shit. So, yeah, you got that off, LBs. You know what I mean?
Take a tenner to your dog.
Yeah, Lil Uzi Vert be doing some crazy stuff too, and weird wedding gowns and stuff. I don't listen to none of these kids, yo. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't listen to none of them. I don't listen to none of them that's doing all that weird shit. I try to give everybody a little ear and, you know what I'm saying, check them out and see what they got going on. But I ain't listening to none of that weird stuff, man. I ain't listening to none of the weird stuff, man. We got some Elon Musk stuff, man. We got some Elon Musk.
Yellow D, you know I got a point. I'm gonna throw it in there. I'm gonna keep throwing it in there.
Yeah, that was a good one. She threw that one in there, and that one stuck. That one definitely stuck right there. That one stuck. That was a good one. We do talk like that, though, when you think about it. Shoot up your mama. You know, niggas talk that stupid shit. You can't make this up, y'all. You can't make this up. Elon Musk is suing for the right to discriminate against black people. His AI company, XAI, just filed a lawsuit against the state of Colorado to block a law that would stop AI tools from discriminating against black people in hiring, loans, insurance, and school admissions. His argument that being forced
not about race.
His argument that being forced to treat black people fairly violates his First Amendment rights. This is not a coincidence. This is the same man whose Tesla was sued by the state of California, the federal government, and hundreds of black workers for running what employees called the plantation, where racial slurs were heard up to 100 times a day. This is the same man whose AI chatbot Grok had to be shut down after it started generating anti-Semitic content and praising Hitler. This is the same man who openly promotes white nationalist rhetoric on his own platform. He is not hiding it anymore. He is taking it to the court. How do we feel about this family?
He ain't never hid it. That's
he need to go
who
back
he
to South
is.
Africa.
And for everybody that's driving, that's of color and driving a Tesla Cybertruck,
I don't think we should be really supporting nothing of his. Like, once we find out certain things, we need to start cutting shit off. Like, oh, that's how y'all really feel. And most of them, I ain't gonna get into this, man, because I don't want to seem like
he's been that. People just
like,
so freaking blind. It's crazy. Anybody that claimed this election was not about race, it's not about race. Oh, he ain't racist. He ain't racist, but he got a lot of them around him. Come on, be for real.
Man.
You may not be racist, but you're surely a bigot. You don't want anybody else to succeed that don't look like you.
Come on, LB. Come on, LBs. Don't kill him.
Elon Musk just told a federal judge that being forced to not discriminate against Black people violates his First Amendment rights. I'm not exaggerating. That's the actual lawsuit. Your entire attention is on a Chris Brown and Usher stadium tour right now. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is in federal court deciding whether his AI can reject you for your home, your job, and your doctor. This is why we're always missing at the table. The media pushes the concert, and while you're trying to figure out tickets you cannot afford, somebody is in federal court making decisions about your life, with or without you in the room. Same week, the NAACP sued him for running an AI data center in a Black Memphis neighborhood. No permits, hazardous chemicals, people cannot breathe. So let's be clear, he does not want you to breathe clean air at home, and he is in court right now making sure his AI can reject you for your job, your apartment, and your doctor. The law he is fighting, Colorado's. It says AI has to be fair when it decides your housing, your employment, your healthcare. That is the whole law. He sued to block it. Stadium tour in the summer, federal court in the fall. One has your attention, the other has your future.
Dang,
I keep trying to talk about the future, but I think that people don't see the future. They just see today and tomorrow. Like, they ain't think about the future. It's more about what happened in the past. Today, right now, I ain't worried about it. When it happened, we'll cross that bridge. But by the time you crossing that bridge, everything is too late. Everything is fucked up. I'm hoping it's not how I say it or how I think it's gonna be. I'm really hoping that it's not gonna be how I think it's gonna be when the future comes, because it's gonna get hectic. I believe. So they doing all this stuff why do you think they doing so much stuff at a rapid pace like this, LBs? Why is everything like, it seems like everything is happening at once? You're like, what the hell is going on? What are they doing?
If you do it fast enough, it won't give people time to really think and process it, right?
By the time you do process it, though, everything already been signed, sealed, and delivered. It's signed, approved, and everything else.
Now that we got the whole country divided on race, ethnicity, because we're against the Hispanics now. We're going to send them back. We're going to send the Haitians back. Divided on politics, red, blue, liberal, conservative. Divided on education, remove it or not. Divided on just about everything else. Oh, I got low gas, you don't.
I think the only,
now that everybody's divided, now we gotta hit the target running. So
right.
Nobody catches on that now that we've divided everybody, nobody's banding together to oppose anything that we're doing.
And that's what I was about to say.
Because you don't have the numbers and your set, your little divisions. You don't have the numbers to oppose what we got going on. So let's run train going straight forward, hit the target as fast as possible.
And that's what I was about to say, that the only way I think that we are able to buck the system or fight the system back is by uniting and being one. Like, standing as one, the American people, not black, not white, not everybody. Standing as one and saying we not going for this shit.
Look at what's right for everybody. If you are it doesn't matter what set of religion that you believe in. You have to know that we are a people of this earth. What's right for everybody is going to serve everybody. There's no two ways about it. You can't say that some have to fall just because we want to make a decision. No, what's right for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's everybody's right to live. Everybody's right to this land. Everybody's right to the resources that's on this earth. Basic human necessities. What's right for everybody. Not what's right for some, what I believe.
Right. But I think that's the only way we fight back at the system. You know what's crazy that you say that, Jason? Let me show you something real quick, bro. Well, I'm gonna say everybody for real, but check it out.
Stop. That's what we can do. Stop it. Stop buying.
Think about this real quick.
Stop.
Think about this real quick.
What they gonna do if all of us do it together?
Epstein victims to receive $72.5 million from Bank of America. Right? Think about this. They're about to get money, but nobody got charged.
No charges. They getting money for who? Who's the victims? You claim there were no victims.
This is what I'm saying. Epstein victims received $72.5 million settlement, but no executive charge. Nobody's charged. We done heard about Trump a little bit. When we start hearing about Trump, they said, no, shut the Epstein files completely. It's nothing else to see. Shut it down. Hurry up. I think that he thought his name wasn't going to be in there. And he said, yeah, go ahead. Release him. He thought him and Jeffrey was that cool. But dozens of survivors are set to receive compensation after Bank of America agreed to a $72.5 million settlement. Linked to claims that the bank continued providing services to Jeffrey Epstein despite warning signs. The case highlights how financial institutions can become part of a larger investigations when oversight and accountability come into question. The lawsuit represents at least 60 women affected over several years with allegations that critical red flags were overlooked. A judge previously noted that the claims suggested possible reckless disregard, raising serious concerns about how such activities were able to continue for so long without intervention. This is not the first settlement tied to the case. Other major banks have also reached agreements in recent years, yet one issue continues to stand out. While large financial penalties have been paid, no senior executive has faced criminal charges for many. That gap keeps the broader debate about accountability far from over. And yeah, I tell you, we are living in some wild times. And I don't know if it's been wilder than this because, like I said, I never was paying attention to this type of stuff, right? Going on in politics. I don't know if nothing this big has ever happened. But a bunch of banks done paid victims. Where are the people that's going to jail over the victims?
Who are the victims? You claim there were none. So who are these victims? And are you talking about the victims of the people, the kids that got eaten? What? What are we talking about here? You claim there were no victims.
Boy.
That's what you're claiming. So who are you paying? Over and over and again from every financial institution. They're full of crap.
Man,
all of it is full of crap.
They said something like over 400,000 kids from the USA go missing every year. Something like that. They got all the countries. Australia's up there. The UK is up there. The UK is up there.
Make it make sense, people. I don't know.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Keith? I don't know who money they giving away. Matt said, a bank. I'm so confused. Yeah, they saying the banks was basically funding his empire. Same thing they was kind of trying to do to Diddy, and they saying a bank was funding his empire. Like they kept his thing rolling. But more than 60 victims and other banks are involved with paying victims as well. I think the victims should take the money and still come out and be like, yo, we need people to be held accountable. Do you understand that we're not hearing nothing from none of the victims and nothing no more? All that stopped. No interviews with the witnesses. I mean, the victims, none of that no more.
Who are they? I'm still like, what is going on? You got these unknown people. They weren't even, they were redacted from the files. So we don't even know if it's even true that they really are paying the victims. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? This is a bank. This is not the federal government doing it, right? So it's a bank. Who are they paying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
maybe
if
y'all
you was
satisfied. I don't know.
So if you was on the boat and went one time and never saw anything, did I make you guilty on the Epstein boat? I don't think so, because from my understanding, there was a lot of people being on his private jet. Like they used to be renting his jet. I don't know. That's why a lot of people was on the flight log. They used to be renting his jet. But you have had people that attended parties. People such as Diddy. People such as Pusha T. They really attended parties. So,
yeah.
And I mean Jay-Z. Well, Jay-Z, Diddy, and Pusha T. They all been in rooms with Jeffrey Epstein before. So, I don't know, man. I just think that
right. And who money they giving away?
That's what Keith asked.
That's what I was looking at. Like, that's a good point. Whose money is it?
I mean, well, y'all know his bank account still fluctuating. He's still making money every day. Epstein. They said he had an account that's still bubbling. He's still making money every day. So is he really dead or is he not dead? I don't know. But they say he still got a bank account that's getting money. It's money going into a lot of money, not like a little bit of money. But the banks, if they got to pay this money and they coming up off the money, that's not his money. I want to say their money, I guess, but would that be the people money?
How? Because I don't bank with Bank of America. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm saying the people from Bank of America, would that be their money? I mean, when you say your money in a bank anyway, they eating off you anyway. They taking your money, flipping your money anyway. But I would say the people who have accounts with Bank of America.
What in the world is going on? I think all this is just a lie.
I say, I've been saying follow the money, man. You want to go all the way up that rabbit hole and get to top of the top? I think the power structure is about to crumble, right? If we don't get this straight, y'all know Trump feels like he in fear of losing if he warns Virginians that if they vote yes on the redistricting amendment today, he will lose power. If the Democrat, and this happened this morning. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening this morning. They in Congress meetings right now. But he said he will lose power if the Democrats get additional House seats. They're going to be making changes at the federal level. They need to make all the changes at the federal level. And I don't know. Oh, so they vote today. I need Virginia to come in strong, man. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I need Virginia to come in strong, man. This say where our country sits right here. I need Virginia to come in strong because we need to get him out of there. They need to make and if this shit happen though, I think he's gonna get impeached. I think he's gonna get impeached, and I think he's gonna go to prison. Me personally, people say, yeah, the president can't go to prison. I think this nigga is going to jail, or he about to, tilt his cap and fall over. You know what I'm saying? But I think he definitely going to prison, or if he don't, Israel might go ahead and clip his wings, man.
They need to. But yeah, Virginia definitely needs to because that is the turning point right here, right now, Virginia.
And that's why I was up so early this morning, because like I said, they in Congress. They've been in Congress early this morning, so it's a lot of stuff going on. I had some other stuff, that SAVE Act, that failed. He didn't get the votes for that either. That SAVE Act he was talking about for the voters and all that, it failed this morning. So that ain't even go through. So there's a lot of stuff going on, man. I just want the people to be aware of what's going on in our government, man, and pay attention to what's.
If y'all got relatives or people in Virginia, call them up. Tell them to go vote. We need to change that seat.
They are obligated, man.
We got to change. We got to get that seat. We got to get that seat so that, and if anything, to make it a balanced government, more balanced, because it ain't balanced, but make it more balanced, because what they're trying to do is change everything to suit what the Republican and what this administration's agenda is, and it is not for the people.
Right. And I want y'all to be aware, man. I mean, like this, I don't know if we're aware of everything that this guy has been doing, but like I said, I know he already got impeached. Let's talk about it. But I think
let me go post on my social media.
If he get impeached this time, I think it's gonna be crucial for him. But
it ain't even so much of him getting impeached. It's everything that's been put in place. We gotta stop.
We gotta
put a halt to it, because if we don't now, it's gonna take years to fix what they've already changed, and it is not stuff. It's not good for the people. It's not good for our country, the people of this country. It's not.
And not even AI. Like, I see how, like, the AI, what they trying to do with AI, whatever the case may be, and it's geared toward the future and all this shit and that and the third. But AI might be the death of us, man. AI may be the death of us, man. We already having a water shortage, right? All the water they putting into AI, and like, it's just so crazy what's going on, man. And then you think about stuff like how much money they done spent for this war right here, and you tell me you can't have proper health care for the people? And that line keep coming up every time I see something about it with Tupac. You got money for war, but can't feed the poor. It's a problem with that, yo, and we got to put an end to it, man. I'm Immortal EMS, man. The Have Nots mascot, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in this lovely morning as we talk about some of this crazy stuff going on in the world. But listen, man, I need y'all to be here tomorrow, man. Woman Chat Wednesday. We got to talk to the parents. There's some things going on out here, man, that we are aware of, but we got to find some type of solutions to fix it and get it right so our kids can be safe out here and have a future. I love y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in. Hit that like, subscribe, share, and hit them notifications, because like I say every day, man, we've been going live 9 o'clock in the morning, but sometimes we switch up. So make sure y'all hit them notification bells so y'all know when we're going live, man. 100.
And don't get confused, y'all. We're not talking about Democrat, Republican, regardless. What they're trying to do is reshape what we have put in place and have been operating on for decades, what this country is supposed to be standing for in regards to its people. However you agree with one side versus the other doesn't matter. It's about what's happening. You got to look at what's happening. It's beyond Democrat and Republican. But anywho, thank y'all for joining us today. It's LB's here holding it down for the ladies, the Band of Brothers Morning Show. We're definitely excited about tomorrow's show, so come back and join us. Make sure that you're liking the video, subscribe, share us with your friends. If you are inclined to, please donate, help keep us on the show. We got a ticker going across the screen. You can also use YouTube to submit your donations. We definitely would appreciate it. I bid y'all well on your day. Remember that existence is automatic and purpose is chosen.
100.
Can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I'm back with no and I know what I gotta do. I'm about these that's unfolding. I just need gotta come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you. I am the